I would like you to read this love letter of great men in the style of a bedtime story.
Oh. One effect of good qualities to be felt more vividly from day to day. Shall I leave the whole thing?
No, that's fine.
Gift of the Gab.
Hello and welcome to Gift of the Gab with Gab. I'm Gabriella Leonardi, your host, and today we're joined by a very, very special guest. They're a RADA-trained actress and a recognisable face from Polish television, best known for her long-running role in a Polish TV series, The Colours of Happiness. With over 15 years of screen experience, she's built a career across both Poland and the UK. She holds an MA in psychology and she can't sit still for too long. Last year, she took a flight in every month except from September. It's time to welcome our guest of honour to the show. It is Izabela! Hello, how are you today? You okay?
Hi, I'm well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Oh, see, I'm dropping my phone.
So excited.
I'm so excited to have you on. I thought it would be very apparent. So I met you through Q&T Management. We share the same acting agent, don't we? Izabela is a very, very cool actress. Shortly, we're going to be talking about her show in Poland.
Gift of the Gab.
Izabela, so I'm going to ask everyone the same question, okay? If you were, based on your personality, a kitchen utensil, what kitchen utensil would you be, based on your personality?
Oh, that's a good one.
question.
And I love cooking, so actually
There
it's
you
hard
go.
to answer because
I hate cooking.
If I'm honest with you, I probably would be a Thermomix because it has so many options. I mean, it's not an
That's
utensil,
good.
it's a kitchen robot, but
Yeah.
it's very hard to answer just one thing because I was going to say knife, but
Yeah.
it depends on the day because sometimes I feel like a spoon as well.
Okay. What are you today? What kitchen utensil are you today?
I'm fork because
A fork?
Yeah. Because I feel sharp, but I also feel like I'm kind of smooth and easy as well.
Love it. And if you were a colour, based on your personality, what colour would you be?
I would be red
Red. Why?
because it's striking,
Yeah.
it's vivid.
Passionate.
It's passionate,
You're very
it's bright,
passionate.
and I love red wine.
Yeah.
And I love pizza, and it's all about red.
It's all about red. And finally, if you were a mode of transport based on your personality, what would you be? Yeah. Could be anything.
I would be a submarine.
A submarine. No
Yeah,
one's
because you-
ever said that before.
Because you can disappear easily. So it's
Okay.
like you can take
Yeah.
yourself wherever you want to get, but then on the other hand, no one will see you. So
This
it's like
is
you're a
good.
surprise.
And that links to what we were just talking about before we were recording about social media,
Oh, yeah.
going on a social media break, because sometimes you just want to like
Disappear.
disappear, and then other times you want to appear again.
There's a thing nowadays. I think people don't allow themselves to be unreachable.
Yeah,
and I think
it's
it's
true.
sexy to be a little bit unreachable.
It is sexy to be unreachable. See, it's mysterious, and it's good for your mental health, as we were saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
so down to the
exactly.
submarine. But I also watched the Humble, the movie, the old one with Jean.
Oh,
Reno,
okay, yeah, I've not seen
and
that.
I kind of was inspired by this as well. It's
Oh,
bit
I'm
based.
going to watch it. There you go. Anyone listening, that's a film recommendation for you. So, I'm going to give you your GABTA. So,
Thank you.
we're about to get into the actual show now. So, you can use that once at any point in the show before the Funfair. And I have to answer the question that I'm asking you as well.
Mm-hmm.
You hopefully will still answer too. Okay, so the first quick-fire game round is going to be Would You Rather?
Okay.
Okay, so number one, I thought this was I tailored these to you because these are the questions that I would love to know. So, would you rather make a movie about your most embarrassing moment, or would you rather publish your diary?
Oh. The
Neither.
first one. Movie about
The
them,
first one.
because I have a choice.
Yeah, so make a movie about your most embarrassing moment because then you have more control over it, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So there you go, film producers, directors. Izabela can make a movie about her most embarrassing moment.
And that could be fun.
Exactly. Would you rather lose the ability to cry, or would you rather cry every day for 20 minutes randomly?
I'll cry.
Yeah,
it's
cry.
such a release.
It is.
Honestly, and I cry when I'm happy. I actually cried this morning. I went to my garden and I have a beautiful apple tree.
Yeah.
And I felt a bit soft, easy. I had my coffee and I just wanted to smell the blossom, apple cherry blossom. And I was like, oh my God, that reminds me of my childhood because we used to climb the trees with my friend when we were kids. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm crying.
And then
So,
crying, exactly.
Yeah.
I would pick the same one. I think crying is actually really healthy for you.
Yeah.
I think it's the best thing you can do.
Yes.
Would you rather your mind stay young forever or your body stay young forever?
On my mind.
Your mind. Yeah. I know. I actually think I'd agree. Like, the concept of losing my mind and my memories is like really scary.
And I've seen that in real life. When
Yeah.
people are losing.
Exactly, and it's hard,
capabilities.
isn't it?
Yeah, I think so because if your mind stays young or at least stays capable of managing itself, you can do anything.
Exactly.
Like,
And I think you can have, you can keep your body young in ways as well through like diet and exercise and stuff. Whereas your mind you have less control of, I guess, in a way. So if you had to pick one of those two,
But I think Stephen Hawking,
know,
his body is, he can't rely on his body, but
his mind's magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah, good answer, see? Okay, this one I'm very intrigued about. Would you rather be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie or the lead in a box office bomb?
Okay, I'm going to use my Gabba.
Oh, already?
Off you go.
Off I go. Do you know what? I think I would rather be a lead in a box office bomb because I feel like it doesn't, because we're obviously both actors and we love filmmaking and we're both, you write as well and you have all these amazing ideas. I think when it comes to filmmaking, it's not about, I know like producers would be like, actually Gabby, it is about the money. I don't think it is. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously you don't want to go out of pocket, but also I think it's more about the content. Like I would rather make a really good film about something that's like a really important story or a message that's really beautiful and heartfelt and it not be a hit at the box office than just be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie. I think. Like, obviously, it would be cool to be in an Oscar-winning movie, and I want to win an Oscar.
It's a long journey from extra to winning.
I will win an Oscar or BAFTA.
Yeah,
I won't say
fingers
no.
crossed,
I won't
fingers
say
crossed.
no if someone offered it to me. But I think, I think it doesn't matter if it's a box office bomb. If it's a film that you're really passionate about. Yeah. Would you agree?
Well, I would agree
Partly.
because that depends really on the project. I would love to create a beautiful story, but to be honest, if an Oscar-nominated movie is something like Lord of the Rings, for example, or Harry Potter, or anything like iconic, I would just love to be there for
be
fun.
a part of it,
But also, I think people I sometimes think we may underestimate the power of connections. So you
100%.
and I would sometimes take a job which is low. I've never been an extra, but I would consider this job if that would be in a great production, but only to meet the people.
Exactly, and to be a part of it and to witness.
And to feel and to expand your brain. How is it like to be on set in an Oscar-nominated movie? So your true self believes like, all right, I fit in.
Yeah, because I imagine that I've never been on, and we're going to get to your career, because you've had an amazing acting career. We're going to get to that in a bit. But I've never been on a set that's been like absolutely like mega large scale, like an Oscar-winning thing. But recently I did a very small part in a really cool TV show, I don't think I can say. And I was like a very tiny part in it, but it was just really exciting to see how that differentiates to like an indie film or, a low budget film. Like, because it is completely different, isn't it? Like, even the equipment fascinated me. I was like, whoa, like, what do you mean there's like 10 cameras? When you do like an indie film, there's like one. But when you did your TV show, was there like several cameras for that?
Yes,
exactly. See, I'm used to just one camera, like for
but
an indie.
You know what? Sometimes it's better this way because I'm used to the other and I find it hard on the other side. So when I'm involved in an indie movie, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
like sometimes I feel like, all right, I need to learn. So in a way, it's a great journey for you.
Yeah,
I think.
We're going to talk more about TV and film in a bit because I have a question about that actually, but that will be in a moment. Okay, the last would you rather question. Would you rather have skin that changes colour based on your emotions?
Oh my God.
Or tattoos that appear all over your body saying what you did yesterday? Exactly. That's a mad question.
Okay. Well, I think I'm probably blushing now, so I already have that thing.
I always blush as well.
No, the first one, the skin color. You know, when you said that, I thought about this movie called the Disney movie Elemental.
I love that film.
And they all have different colors, right?
Yeah.
And like whenever something happens, they embody it.
Uh-huh.
So I think that would be cool, but I also would like other people to have the same, so we are
Not
on the same
just you,
level.
yeah, exactly, because otherwise you feel a bit like, oh gosh, everyone knows what I'm feeling.
Yeah, like can you
And I
imagine
don't
in the
know.
club or something and you fancy a guy and it's like,
Exactly.
and he's all blue.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, good answer. See, well, I saw this question and I was like, wow, that's
I love it. It's so
a
creative.
really interesting question. Actually, so if you're watching this, pop in the comments or on social media your answer to that question. Would you rather have skin that changes colour based on your emotions or tattoos that appear all over your body saying what you did yesterday? I'd love to know.
Gift of the gab, the gab, the gab.
And now it's time for Natta with Gabba Gabba. So this is the deep talk round. I love a deep chat. So you were in a show in Poland. How do you say it in Polish?
Barwy szczęścia.
And that means the colours of happiness,
yeah.
right? Okay, and you were, like, so Izabela, you're pretty famous in Poland, I would say, because when I lived in Brighton, I've told you this story, but I have to tell people here. So when I was in Brighton, I worked in a care home as an activity manager, and quite a lot of the staff there were Polish, and they followed me on Instagram when I started working there. And then the next day I came in, this was the first week of my job, I came in and honestly, I'm not kidding you, I'm not even being dramatic, I think about 15 people came up to me, all the Polish workers, and was like, how do you know Izabela? And I was like, huh? What? What do you mean? Who? What? And they were like, and they got up your Instagram and they were like, how do you know Izabela? I can't believe you know Izabela. And I was like, how do you know Izabela? And they were like, she was in this massive TV show in Poland for years. You were in it for ages, like a regular...
15 years, I think, or 17 years. Yeah, it started in 2007.
And how old were you then, like when you first started?
I was 15 going to 16.
So you were a teenager, so
I
you
was a
started
teenager.
as a teenager and then was in it for that
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
So you grew up on the show?
Yep.
So is it like an equivalent of a soap here?
Yeah.
You know, like EastEnders, like those soap...
Yeah, they've started
Yeah.
with a very nice cast and loads of very good actors.
Yeah.
Because sometimes soap are like, in the UK especially, if people are in the soap, they are kind of categorized, they are just soap actors. Back then we started with really good cast, and then over years, obviously, they didn't know if it's gonna be such a long show.
Oh, okay.
The producers, they had a track record of other series they produced, which are still going on for years, like 20 years or something. So it was coming from the same production house, but there was they didn't know if it's gonna be a year, 2 years, but it turned out it's still going on. I'm not in it anymore, but it's still on.
So were you in it when it very first started?
Yes, from the very
You
beginning.
were from the very beginning when it launched?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And how did you find it, like, being... Because obviously, as an actor, people are like, wow, it would be great to obviously be in full-time employment. But then the part of me that has, like, chronic tiredness is like, wow, that must be, like, so intense, like, being a regular. Because it's like a full-time job, yeah?
Yeah, depending on the month. You have
Exactly.
either like, I had months when there was a production break, like usually in August, so we had non-shooting days.
Yeah,
but typically they would be, let's say, from 3 up to 12 shooting days a month. And you can spread it. Like sometimes they are every day, sometimes it was, you know, at the beginning, in the middle, and the end of the month.
Wow.
And it got more intense, hence my character developed, and she had her own life and her own family. She actually has a child.
Really?
Yes.
So who was your character, like, a brief summary, like?
Yes, at the very beginning, I was obviously a part of the bigger family. I had 4 siblings, and I was just one of the children living with parents who were lead characters there.
Yeah.
And then eventually, as I was growing, I became a doctor, and my doctor character, my name is still, because we other characters talk about my characters in the show.
Wow,
I'm in America.
You're in America right now. Lovely.
Yeah, so technically I could fly back, but they said horrible things about me recently. I've not been the nice character.
Really?
But it's not under my control anymore. But but basically yes, I became a doctor, and I was a kind of an activist at the beginning. I was trying to help abroad where there was war, and then I came back. I had one husband, I divorced, then I had another one, like not just partner. I had a child with them, so like daily life issues.
Yeah. Wow. And did you enjoy doing the show, like, for such a long period of time, and like seeing how your character developed? And did that have like an effect on how you developed as a person as well? If you, you know, as a teenager as well, like growing up being this like regular character in a show, do you think you like adapted some of her personality, or did you keep it very separate?
I don't think I've done that, but it definitely had a massive impact on me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you can remember, probably you can, when you were 15, 16, and what was your world?
Exactly.
And then basically I had to be very mature. And I remember when I was 18 and all my friends had loads of birthday parties, you know, like those big ones when you are like turning into adult. I never could stay too long because my next day a wake-up call was like 3, 4 a.m.
Exactly.
And I used to live a little bit outside of Warsaw, and they come to pick you up from the house, but it took an hour to drive on set, an hour makeup. So I had to be in the makeup station typically around 6 a.m. to start like 7:30 on set. So I had to wake up at 4 a.m.
Wow.
So that was, but once you're in it, you don't question it. So
yeah, because this is your life.
Yeah. Funny enough, when I came to the UK and I decided to leave my TV show because there was a moment I just felt I can't fly back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
I have a son as well, so it was a little bit more challenging, and I wanted to have more space here in London. But I realized how lucky I was and how grateful I should have been back then. But I took it for granted because this was just my life, and you don't question your life.
No.
So I wasn't bored, I wasn't tired, I was just like, this is what I'm doing. I was actually always hungry for more, and I felt that can't define me, define you.
Define
me.
Yeah.
Sorry. Defying gravity. Wicked. Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, it was actually a funny story. How did I get into the show? But I don't know if you have time to
No,
talk about
we have time. How did you? Yeah.
Okay, that might be quite embarrassing as well. Basically, I always wanted to be a dancer when I was a child. I wanted to be dancer, performer, doing something on stage. So I did multiple theater classes, dancing classes, etc. And then back in the days, there was a very fun commercial on TV from, it's something like an EE mobile, but it was called Heya.
Oh, okay.
And they had something like Tim Burton vibe, which I really like. And for some reason, I just wanted to be in that commercial. Just it was appealing to me with its aesthetics. And my friend was into auditioning, trying to make it happen, you know, like we were all 16, 15, 16. And one day he told me that there's an audition of this. I didn't have an agent, nothing like that. He just told me there's an audition for this commercial. And I was like, oh, great. So I came to the studios, and back then, no self-tapes, yay. You just walked in, and some of them were open. So I came there, and then next door, there was an open audition for my TV series. And as you can imagine, because it was an open audition, long queue of people. It was June, so pretty hot. So I was after my high school, like I just came to audition super hot, as I was like, you know, no makeup, nothing, just looking silly after school. And I don't know, I think it was about 200 people in total or something. Wow. And I've done the audition. Oh, no, I actually haven't done the audition for the commercial. I went there. He was like, yeah, you have to go add your name on the list. And back then, you had to just write your name on the doors, on the like a piece of paper.
Yeah, like in the movies.
That's the old school. And I love it. I would love to come back.
Yeah, bring it back. Yes. Bring it back.
But basically, I was like, I felt so tired, so hot, and I told my friend, there's no point, you know, I'm gonna go home. And he was like, no, we have to stay. I was like, and I lived like about an hour away from the studio, so it was a commute as well, and I wanted just to go. So I thought, okay, and I shouted quite loudly to people like, I have a train in 2 hours to a place in south of Poland. I made it up, obviously. And would you please let me in?
See?
And I was like,
sometimes you have to make things.
But you know, and people were very kind and they let me in.
Good.
But I don't know if I would do it now, but that's not the end of the story. But I got in, and now I am seeing you very well, but I was a massive short-sighted. I had -8 on both of my eyes. So if I take my glasses off, I don't see anything. And back then I did not wear contact lenses. So when I got to the studio, they said, can you take off your glasses? And I basically couldn't see a goddamn thing.
No way.
So I was like, you know, no stress, because I couldn't see anyone.
No stress.
Basically,
You can't see their reactions if they're bored or if they're...
And because I was not a professional actress, and then I was supposed to read a scene with my mom. And the person who was giving me the line was a guy. Like now it's normal, it's just someone giving you the lines. But I was like, how come you're a man, you're playing my mom? It just made me like, I was laughing like crazy. I couldn't get around this. I couldn't see him. I was like, I thought it was like, I was like, what the hell? Okay. And then I left. And then they called me a week or two later when I was in a Stradivarius. I remember this Stradivarius changing room, putting a jeans on. And I thought that's like a, how you call it? when someone is making a joke on me.
Oh yeah, like a prank.
Like a prank, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, shut up, no, it's a joke, don't do it to me, like bye. And she was like, no, I already called your mom, you got the role. I was like, what? So I was like, hang up, called my mom, and she was like, yeah, they called me, you got the job. And I was like, no way. So basically, it's not a very ordinary story when you want it to get to the
But that's beautiful. Like that's so great. I love that. And your mom, was your mom happy?
She couldn't believe it at first.
Yeah.
Like she always knew I wanted to do something, and she didn't really understand what does it mean. And because it was my last year of high school, is like A levels.
Yeah.
It was quite stressful for like, oh, how am I gonna manage? Because basically I didn't really go to school much.
Of course, because you were filming.
Yeah. But my school was great as well. They helped me to do everything I had to do.
And is there a role that you haven't done yet that you've like always wanted to try?
Oh my god, totally. Period drama.
You want to do period? You would be so good. You would be so good in a period drama. You have such a great look for period drama. Yeah. Especially you haven't done it.
Sadly, the accent is not there.
Who cares about the accent? Like, get her in a period drama.
Yeah, I was auditioning for Rivals last year, and I'm dying
Really?
to find out who got my role. It's coming out in May.
Yeah, okay. You auditioned for Rivals. Yes, well done. See, this is the thing, right? Like, this is good because you're an actor. Auditioning, I think people that aren't in this industry don't really realise how hard the process is. Like, it's not as glamorous as it looks. Like, you do so many auditions, and then sometimes you don't even hear.
No.
You don't even hear. You don't even get feedback. You don't even get told no. You just
silence. You're ghosted.
You're
ghosted, not by God.
This is why I have trust
issues. Directors don't ghost us.
I'm ghosted on a daily. But honestly, and then the whole self-tape thing. Like James is our sound engineer on the show, but James is also my self-tape partner. It's hard. Self-taping is...
Yeah, I think it's more challenging. I mean...
Yeah.
I think it gives more people chances to audition for something. Let's say for an American 100%. Show, you can just do it from your home.
Exactly.
And you can do it over and over again until you're happy. Yeah. But it kills this connection moment and energy vibe, which you normally would get with a person. If you get along, you would like to work together. Yeah. And you can't do it over the self-tape. As much as you try.
It's just so isolated. For me, it's like the community side of acting and stuff. It's like just not really there until you're on the set. I mean, sometimes you get like an in-person recall, but even so, sometimes you get cast without even doing an in-person recall sometimes.
Oh yeah, I did that for Riches. I had just my self-tape, and I was like, that's it? And that was the beginning of me.
Which is great, but like also it's like, then when you get that in-person recall, I know loads of actors agree with me, and some don't, which is good for you. But when I get an in-person recall, I'm then like, oh my gosh, like, I haven't been in the room in ages. I'm so used to auditioning with just me, my phone, and someone reading in, you know.
But I think stakes, don't you think that stakes are not, I mean, you have to work harder to make these stakes high enough, because it's just, it's possible. You imagine it, that's why we're actors, we know how to do that. But once you're in the room, obviously that's, elevated straight away.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I had a very important recall in December last year, and I was so nervous, And I think part of the fact that I didn't get the job was maybe because I was too nervous and too much, because I'm not used to it as much.
Yeah, I would like to think though. I think because like we've met lots of casting directors over the years, and a lot of casting directors will keep calling you back, and so you get to know certain casting directors. And like the chats I've had with them though, they're like, we know that that's the case. We know that you're going to be more nervous, because now everything's self-taped. So I would like to think that from the casting director's perspective, especially, they kind of like fight your back a little bit. They're like, she was just nervous, but we know her, we know.
They do.
Yeah,
I think they do.
But then obviously you don't want to like even rely on that. You want to obviously give it your best shot, but it's impossible because, nerves.
Yeah,
it's the thing that you
as much as you can control it. Like maybe we should meditate.
Meditate. Oh, I should meditate. That would solve a lot of my issues. And speaking about meditation, so obviously, other than being an actor, you're a mum as well, and also you have a great passion for traveling, wellness. You do a lot of Pilates, and you inspire me a lot actually. With like, you're very good with your like diet, your what you put in your body affects your mind. You love stuff like that, don't you? You're just so good at it. Were you always good at this, or did you kind of just learn as you went on, like realize those certain foods weren't
I always
giving me
loved to
energy?
exercise. I had to exercise non-stop when I was a child. And I think my mum, I am very grateful to my mum because she didn't allow me to have fizzy drinks. I was not really allowed many sweets. We always had very healthy diet at home.
Yeah.
My mum cooked everything. We didn't have ready meals and stuff. So I kind of learned at home how to do that. And it was not because you have to look good. It was just for health.
Yeah.
And then growing up, obviously I had my moment when I was just like, the pizza, fast food and stuff. But why not? I mean,
and still now,
I still love pizza.
You still have pizza and things.
I love drinking alcohol is actually a thing I'm trying to drop. I'm not drinking loads, but I think I drink quite frequently.
But you like wine, you said.
Exactly.
Things like that, like
I
a
love
glass
food
of wine.
and wine pairing is for me like an Aperol spritz when the sun is shining.
Yeah, exactly.
But I shouldn't be advertising that, sorry. But basically, this is the one thing I would like to, and I'm working on it now. I'm much better now, so it doesn't help my wrinkles, etc.
You have no wrinkles.
Oh, makeup.
No, you don't. Okay, this is why you have such a good diet. You know you're healthy.
That it helps, yeah. But you also see the difference. And I recently helped few people to change little things in their diet, and I see the effect.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's just so tasty for me. Like if I eat pizza made at home, which I do probably once a week or something like that, I feel okay. If I go out, maybe once, doesn't matter. But if I eat unhealthy few days in a row, and I just see it on my face, I am bloated.
Yeah.
And you know what I am? I'm sluggish. I'm like sleepy. And that's what I have Aura Ring now, which tracks my sleep.
Oh.
So I'm like quite obsessed about these things.
Really? Oh, you have to give
so
me the link.
I can see, like, if I drink coffee, let's say after 4 or 5 p.m., my sleep score goes down. But let's say if I eat light dinner the day before, my sleep score is better. So it's not like I'm obsessed, but it's very interesting.
Wow, game changer! I need to get one
they
of these.
They should pay me now. Like,
sponsorship.
Yes, please, Gabby, get them on board.
Commercial. She's an actress. Need an ad? There you go.
Yeah, but actually you said about exercising and stuff.
Yeah.
I found when I was divorcing, I'm divorced. I think I was depressed. It wasn't a nice period of time, and I didn't want to take any drugs. That was my kind of decision.
Yeah.
And back then it was COVID as well. So on the top of that was quite, and it was quite nasty divorce, if I may say.
Yeah.
So nothing easy. My son was at the time 3 years old, so he needed my attention and energy. And I didn't want to take drugs, but I thought I'm gonna deal with it through exercising, and I started to run. I was running every day from 8 to 10 kilometers every day. I lost loads of weight as a additional benefit, but it was never the case. And still up until today, I do exercise almost every day. Like I walk about 10 kilometers a day, but if I go to the gym maybe like 5-6 times a week because of my mental health, not because of my body. So that's a side effect.
Yeah.
So that's why, and everything like wellness, etc., is linked to that.
It's so true. I've been going to the gym a lot recently. I had never gone to the gym before. I'd never gone to the gym before like a year and a bit ago, really. And then now, a lot of the people that I speak to in the gym, like especially all the really muscly people, I'll talk to them and be like, wow, like it's amazing. And a lot of them say to me, I'm like that because I come to the gym for my mental health. Yeah. Like they didn't necessarily intend to look like that.
But it's the best.
But they did it because, they're fighting, this is quote for quote, like some people are like, I'm fighting demons, or I'm going through something, and going to the gym is a release. And then obviously because of the result of that, these people are now really muscly. But I think it's a massive
My good
help
friend, who is a neuroscientist, maybe you've heard of her, Dr. Tara Sword, she, I think, posted a nice thing on Instagram saying that you actually need to sweat out the cortisol. So if you are stressed, the best way to deal with it is to sweat it out. And people have multiple ways to do it. You can have sex, you can run, you can do whatever, but as long as it involves sweating, that's good for you.
Wow. And then also you travel a lot, yeah? What's your top travel moment?
Ooh.
I want to know this.
Oh my God, it's so hard to pick one. I've been...
You've been to so many places,
yes,
haven't you?
I think my best place to go because it has it all, is Galapagos Islands, and there's an island called
Wow.
Izabela. I was so happy there, so happy. I just like,
You were home.
I was home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the reason, it depends why people travel. Like, what's the reason? For me, it's to be with nature and see something extraordinary you can't see elsewhere. So
Exactly.
I also travel to cities to see some art or architecture, etc. But the most iconic ones are like nature. So in Galapagos, you've got seals, grand tortoises, land ones. You've got, you can dive with hammerhead sharks. I haven't done that. But I know people who did. Yet.
You will.
No, I did my I did my diving once, and it was embarrassing because I couldn't put my head underwater. I did eventually, but I had a panic attack underwater. I was like, and the guy was like, calm down. But this is another thing about stress and wellness. If you have a panic attack, my guide was so good. I was literally like trying to take the thing out. I was so nervous, and it's like showing him this, and this means up and not okay.
Yeah.
And he just like, look, a fish, look. Turtle. And you know what? Because your attention is somewhere else, out of a sudden you just become chilled. And and I went down again. So I was very proud of myself. But I don't know if diving is my first go-to.
You know, my biggest fear. Oh, I have a few, but one of my main biggest fears is drowning. Like, it really freaks me out, and I was like actually petrified of going.
Can you
underwater.
swim?
Yeah, I can, but I would never like go in the ocean. And then when I travelled with James, we went to Bali in Indonesia, and
oh yeah, this is a good one as well.
yeah, by love. And we were gonna go to the Gili Islands, and I said, yeah, no, I'm not going there. Like, I'm not going because what if there's a tsunami and I drown?
Oh no, you haven't been to Gili?
But we went.
Oh, well done.
So he persuaded me. We
Which
went to
island?
all three.
Oh, well done.
So Gili Air, Gili Men, and Gili T, all very different. Definitely go there if you haven't been before. And I'm so glad. And then I swam with tortoises, not tortoises, turtles, and like the most amazing like coral reefs. And then we swam with manta rays off Noosa.
Oh my God, I've swum with manta rays in Hawaii. But it was at
Amazing.
night, and they were gigantic.
But it was huge. And I was just like, oh, do you know what? I'm so glad that I did that.
Yeah.
And now
You overcame
my
your
courage-
fear.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the first few times, life jacket on, you know? Like, this is the thing, you can still do things that go out of your comfort zone, but keep like a little safety bracket for yourself. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna do that because I wanna experience it. I wanna see like, you know, the underwater world, but I'm gonna keep my life jacket on. I'm not gonna like dive to the bottom. And I still saw like loads of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh gosh, I love traveling.
Yeah.
If
Maybe you would enjoy Patagonia as well, maybe.
It's on my list. I was going to do it for my 30th this year, but then I'm not
it's
now,
a big
but I'm
trip,
going to go.
which requires preparation if you want to do
time.
it right.
Yeah.
Because typically I travel with my boyfriend, and we book, because of him, not because of me, we book the day before or 2 days before the trips. So
You're kidding.
Patagonia was the only trip we planned in advance, 2 weeks before the trip.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
So you do everything
usually-
spontaneous?
Yeah,
like very last
Hawaii
minute?
we booked in August, 2 days before the flight. Mauritius we booked actually on the day at 10 a.m. and the flight was at 4 p.m.
I mean, for an actor though, that's like a pretty good thing because again, you kind of want to be available, and then if you've not got anything booked, you're like, okay, I'll quickly go do a trip. Or
Yeah,
something.
I'm used to it now, and I like being spontaneous. And to be honest, what can go wrong? Although the world is getting, it's different now because more people travel in general. Different continents started, different people from different continents started to travel as well.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit oversaturated, and now you have to book loads of things in advance.
Exactly.
And that's it is lovely just to show up in a place, but if you want to, I don't know, see something iconic, you must book. Even in Rome. Oh my God, my mom is going to Rome, and apparently they're asking you to book your Fontana di Trevi
I
now.
know.
And I'm like, where are we as a society?
It's
What's
mad.
going on?
Yeah. Now it's time for Gob On Then. I like this one. So, Izabela,
Yes.
pick one.
Oh.
Anyone you like.
Okay, this one is called.
Okay, it's double-sided, so maybe pick one of the first ones that captivate you. We have mugs, by the way, everybody. Do you like my mugs?
Yeah, shall I have a sip as well? Yeah.
Iced tea, peach. If you could meet anyone in history, who would it be? Dun, dun, dun. The suspense.
You know what? I was going to say Chanel,
Chanel.
Gabriella Chanel, but I'm not going to say that after all. Even though she intrigues me because she was very bold as a woman. But I would actually like to meet Hitler and help him because he had such a sad experiences that led to the change of history. Yeah. And I know it sounds not fun, but I just thought if I would be able to meet someone and change the way things were, how different the world would be.
What a great answer, Izabela. Right. If I had a BAFTA right now, I'd give it to you.
Yeah, give me Gabba.
You can have the BAFTA. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Yes, amazing.
That's a really good answer.
Thanks.
That's a really good answer. Dun, dun, dun. It's Storytime Roulette time, okay? So Storytime Roulette is a thing that we do every time, every episode, but it's a different story. For you, I have picked a funny childhood memory.
No.
Or any childhood memory. Is there a childhood memory that really stands out to you? That has like shaped who you are as a person.
Climbing the trees with my friend. No, the one. No, I was very lucky because I had my cousins living literally across the fence. Yeah. So we did loads of fun stuff together. But I think maybe it's not like the funniest, but it's a cute one, and that probably shaped me today because I told you I love cooking. Yeah. And we had that sort of a game, not like a play, that we were cooking loads of things, but from like not just from nature, but we were stealing from our moms all the flour ingredients, spices. Okay. And it got usually it were the stuff which went off a little bit like a month, but then it got to the point that we needed more and more. So I was actually sneaking out to take and then we were making cakes from sand and then using the.
See, so you're always creative.
I loved cooking and eating. That was always my favorite. That's why I also need to exercise loads because I eat loads. I just love to eat. So.
It's good. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I probably have better ones, but you're just.
No, that was nice. See, and it's always the ones that we don't necessarily think that just come to our minds, and then later on you'll probably think, oh yeah, maybe that shaped a lot of who I was. Like recently, like since my granddad died, I have been thinking about like childhood memories with him, and then I thought like ones that I didn't necessarily think were like standout ones, and then I'll be thinking about them, and then I'll be like, oh my goodness, actually, that like small memory with my granddad completely shaped who I was as a person. It's just little things like that you don't even necessarily realise.
But sorry, just something came to my mind as you were talking, because maybe that would have shaped me, but my mom stopped me basically on a Mother's Day. I wanted to be a good daughter, and I just realized that I cooked her something, I made her something, and I had a tray to give it to her. Yeah. And I put everything, including the candle, I lit it up, and I leaned over, and my hair went on fire. And then my mom, thanks God, was quite quick on realizing, so she stopped it. So I think it would have shaped me, but...
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, that was random.
I can picture that. It's time for the Funfair.
Oh, no, I can't use it then?
No, not the Gabba. But what you do get is you get... Dun, dun, dun. Come ride with me.
Oh, lovely.
So, at one point in the Funfair, you still need to answer the question. But I will also answer the question. Mm-hmm. So, I picked a couple of games for you. Now, there's many Funfair rides, obviously. The first ride that we're going to go on, Izabela, is the Rollercoaster. Are you ready?
Yes. I like this one.
Okay. So what would you say has been the biggest rollercoaster moment of your life so far?
Giving the birth to my son.
Giving birth to your son?
Yeah. It's been a life-changing experience. And what can I say? It's been ups and downs and crazy moments. And it just changed me as a person. It completely changed my life.
Really?
Yeah.
In what ways? Like...
You got an access to emotions you've never thought you have. And I felt it on set as well. When I had a bit of a break in my TV series, and then I went back and I felt I can do stuff I haven't done before. Mm-hmm. But also you expand your limits. Like, just to give you a little bit of a time frame, I auditioned to RADA when I was pregnant.
When you were pregnant?
Yeah, but I put my application without knowing I'm pregnant. Then I got an invitation for the audition in person when I was 4th month pregnant. But I didn't want to tell them because I thought that may impact the decision. So I went there, did everything. And that was a physical theater course. So we did a lot of planks and stuff. That was good. And then obviously I knew I can't start the course, but they accepted me and I don't have to ask for a deferral. So basically I started my RADA course when my son was 1 year old.
Yeah.
And back then I was living in London, having a 1 year old son whom I was still breastfeeding, which was a challenge because you don't sleep. And I was flying back and forth to Poland every 2 weeks to shoot my TV series. When I think about this now, I'm like, impossible.
How did you do it?
Being a mom makes you do impossible things. I don't know if you've heard those stories of mama lifting cars or something. This is this type of thing, and it empowers you if you allow it, because it also drains you in a way, like energetically.
Exactly.
Like it's an exchange. You are tired. I am tired. I think there were so many opportunities I probably couldn't get because I'm a mom, and girls who are my age and they are not moms, that they have other opportunities. They were just not on my radar at that time. But it just gives you this superpower, and also, you know what, you are never alone. You've got like your it's like you have your little human in your pocket. Like,
exactly.
So it's something. World is not the same.
How old's your son now?
Oh, he's 8. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
When I look at him, like, how did that happen?
Now we're gonna walk down. And we're gonna go to the Bouncy Castle.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bouncy Castle. So obviously the whole point of a bouncy castle is to jump up and down, highs and lows, highs and lows. So what would you say was one of the biggest highs of your life?
Wow. I think when I got to RADA, actually, I felt, and
a very
all
good
year
story.
there was, I just felt, I remember flying from Warsaw, from like when I was traveling back and forth, and I looked at London below, had like, I am a giant in my headphones, like the song, I am a giant. And I was like, I am unbeatable, where are these mine? So that was probably the highest high. And I had it all, like I had my son, I had the jobs, I was influencer.
I love that. I am unbeatable, the world is mine. That's great.
That's how
You
it
should
felt.
say that to yourself in the mirror every day.
Yeah, but remember, after high highs, our lows are low.
Exactly. Well, that was my next question. Do you have a biggest low, or one of? Like, what would you say was one of the biggest lows of your life?
Oh, definitely my divorce and moments around there, and that was very scary time.
Yeah, because it's like you just don't know, and especially when you have. Obviously, I've never been married, but my mum has been through 2 divorces, and I witnessed her go through that, and it just looks very, very tough, especially when children are involved as well. It brings like that extra layer of complication, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I guess in any relationship, if you're with someone for X amount of time, they shape you and they become 100%. You. And who are you without them? That's to find out, and that's a journey. Sometimes it's very painful, but also like I said, it wasn't the nicest divorce.
Exactly.
Take a ride with you.
Oh, that's a heavy one. Are you sure?
Yes.
That's a heavy one. Oh, I'm regretting this token. That no, I'm kidding.
I can see you blushing.
What would I say was one of the biggest highs of my life? I actually think one of the biggest highs of my life was publishing my book, because I was told by so many people, you know, in my life, when you go through trauma, maybe don't tell everyone about it, because then people, like, your trauma will then define you. But lockdown happened, COVID, and I had all these demons in my mind, and I had just been through like the most craziest, like probably 4 years of my life, from drama school up until that point. It was like really, I went through a lot, especially when I was at drama school. Drama school was like one of the worst times of my life. I wouldn't say it's the biggest low, but it's definitely on there. And then writing my book, and then obviously talking so openly about what I had experienced, I thought, okay, a lot of people think this is a bad idea, but actually it really helped so many people. And it's so beautiful to hear how my book like helped people who had been through similar things with me.
That's how we met, haven't we?
Yeah, that's how we met, through my book.
Instagram.
That's how we met, because we met before Q&T.
Yes, you sent me your book.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We met before Q&T, and then it just happened we had the same agent. But yeah, I sent you my book. So I think that was probably my biggest high, just being like, do you know what? I've kind of, yes, I've been through X, Y, and Z, and it shaped me who I am, but I made it into something that I felt was beautiful.
That was the high.
Yeah, so that was a high, I think. Like, which is nice, because it's one of the lows, but turned into a high, I guess, through creativity. And I think that's why I like creating so much. And then I think the biggest low is actually, like, I've never been like now, basically. So in December, my granddad died. And my granddad, he was like the most amazing man ever. I might cry. But no, it's beautiful. But he was like, I have a very weird relationship with certain people in my family. And my granddad kind of stepped up. And my granddad was like a dad to me. He was a granddad. He was like my bestest friend on this planet, like genuinely. Like, no offense to my other friends, but he was like my number one. And then he died just so suddenly, like so unexpectedly. Like the morning he died, he went and did his normal walk to Tesco, got his newspaper, you know, had his lunch, had his breakfast, like everything was normal. And then my nonna was shopping and then came back and found him. And it was just the biggest shock of my life. And I was actually in the middle of a massive audition when I found out. It was the biggest audition I've ever had, I think, probably, for like a very large film. And I was in the middle of the audition and I was auditioning, but my role was a stripper. And I was in my underwear. I was in my underwear over there doing this massive audition. And I checked my phone because I think something went wrong with the camera or something. I don't know. I checked my phone, I had loads of missed calls, and then I was like, oh my gosh, something really bad's happened. But I didn't expect anyone to have died. I thought it was like, oh, okay, he's going to be in hospital or something. But no. So I think that's the biggest low. Like, it's been such a weird like time. I've lost other people before. Like one of my friends had passed away and things like that. But yeah, this is different. And I think I was in denial for quite a long time. But in a weird way, like a lot of people message me. It's like what we were talking about on social media as well. Social media isn't real. Like so many people message me and they say, but for someone like considering he's like everything to you, you're absolutely okay. I'm like, no, I'm using it to be proactive because he was my biggest supporter of all my creativity. He believed in me more than anyone else on this planet has. And I think ever will. I think he'll always be like,
he's still looking at
do you know what I mean? And weirdly, since he passed away, I've had so many things happen to me, like opportunities and like news and with my screenwriting and I'm just like, whoa. And with my books, I've got some fun news about my books. And so I feel like my granddad's now there, like steering the universe and being like, do you know what, Gabs, it's now your time. And so even though I'm super busy since he died, I think it's because all of his creativity kind of poured into me, I feel. And, you know, some people are like, that's a load of rubbish. But that's what I believe. And I feel like everything, all of his energy is
But it sounds like you've got this nice quality to transform things which are
bad,
difficult into your strength.
Which is,
and I think it's a really nice quality to have.
I think it's the way I cope, like just creativity. And this show is partly for him. He always said to me, actually, he was like, you're really good at talking to people, you should do a talk show.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I should. And then 2 years ago, I came up with the idea and he was like, yeah, like gift of the gab is a saying when you're like, oh, you've got the gift of the gab, you're very chatty.
Yeah.
And he was like, and there you go, Gabs, like Gabrielle. And I was like, yeah. So yeah.
Also, it's your tribute to him then.
Yeah, that's
lovely.
For him, it's for you, Grandad. And my nonna will be watching, so hi, nonna, love. But yeah, I'd say that's mine. Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, and finally the teacups. So I actually, this wasn't a question I actually had planned, but last night I thought to myself, that would be a good one to ask. So when you feel really, really, really happy, what's your go-to beverage? And when you feel really, really, really sad, what is your go-to beverage?
Oh, right.
Because, you know, you always drink these most amazing drinks. And when we went to the cafe once, I can't remember what you had now, but you had this very, like, cool drink. I was like, wow, what is that? And so what's your go-to drink when you're really, really happy? And what's your go-to drink when you're feeling really, really sad?
Okay, I will start with sad. My comfort drink would be always something warm. And so there are options, but very likely it would be matcha. I like coconut matcha, but that's the one I would make at home by myself. Yeah. And I add cinnamon and maple syrup to it. Ooh. So it's absolutely lovely.
You always have the best drinks. Cinnamon and maple syrup and matcha. I'm going to make that.
But it's so easy to make. I should have a cooking show.
You should have a cooking show.
I was thinking about this. You should. But yeah, something like that. Or there's another one, which is at that place we went to together, had to have lunch once. And It's a blue drink. I don't remember. It's called Mindful Latte.
Okay.
But it is with tahini and with some nut blend as well.
Yeah.
And it just makes me like, it feels like a hug. So that's why I would have it.
okay.
And the drink when I'm really good and happy, well, to be honest with you, probably water because that's just enough. I'm feeling good, so I don't need a drink.
You just refresh yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say Kir Royale, but
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Okay, good to know. Now we're in the show. So at the end of every show, you get the opportunity, every guest gets the opportunity to either pie the host, which is give me a dare that I have to do, or a question.
Ooh.
You can can a clown, which means you can basically diss someone who's not good for our society. Or you can give some candy floss, which means like shout out someone or something that deserves some love. What one would you like to do?
Oh my God, there's so many surprises and I want to do them all, but I don't have time. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you a question because that intrigues me with everything you do.
No.
And I think it's quite inspiring. You do writing, you do acting, you've just made a show and it feels like whenever you have an idea, you are going for it, which is lovely. I would like to ask you, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? And that's and I think carefully, and that includes everything. But it has to be realistic.
Yeah, I feel like there's two realities to this question.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've really tried to do other things other than creative stuff, like get normal jobs. I just can't seem to do it. So, yeah, I do all these different creative things. So I think in one reality, in 10 years' time, I'm living in the tiniest apartment ever, broke.
No, that's not what your granddad would like for you.
But that's one reality because I will keep going and I've just not been mega successful yet. And that's fine. Like, I might be really successful when I'm 80. So be it. I'll be a successful person when I'm 80. I won't stop doing all the creative stuff. But I would like to think, actually, in 10 years, I think I would hopefully have had either my films or TV shows like out there for a lot of people to see, because each one has a different, I guess, message.
With you as an actress or with you as a screen
mix.
Right.
So I've just signed with a new writing agent actually, and I was having this conversation with her yesterday. And so some projects, it's going to be very important for me to be an actress in my own stuff because they're very personal, very not completely biographical. Like, I have changed bits, but they're very personal. So for example, I'm going to be writing a film about my granddad because we were already planning that before he died. We've been writing it together. I would want to be in that because
it's personal.
Yeah, and there's a few other projects that I would really like to be in. Other projects, I'm happy not to be in them and cast other people. I actually have a script that I think you would be absolutely perfect for. So if that gets picked up, you're there. But yeah, I would like to think that my screenwriting would have reached a lot of people and actually have been made. I would like to think this show had developed because I think this show can help people. That's my plan. But my main thing is I just want to be creative and be able to afford to eat and live comfortably.
Drink beautiful drinks and eat healthy food.
Do you know what I mean? Eat healthy food. This is true. Like, you know, I speak to a lot of people, and this was sort of like in my childhood. Like, if you don't have much money, it's harder to eat healthier because of the sort of economy that we're in society. This is true. So I would like to just be comfortable, in love, happy, and creating. And sometimes I get these moments where I'm like, why the fuck have I done this to myself? Because being a creative is really hard.
I think you don't have a choice.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely don't think I did not choose this life.
Yeah.
Like, and some people, especially recently, like, you know, going to the gym, and they're like, oh, you're an actress, so you're an actress because you want to be rich. If I wanted to be rich, acting is not...
Go to finance.
Acting is not the career I would have picked. Doing a talk show or writing is not, or poetry. There's no money in poetry.
Poetry's on the low.
Poets are broke. So it's like, I'm not actually doing this for money. If it was about being rich, trust me, I would be doing something else. I don't think you can pick this life. Like, there's just nothing.
It's a vocation.
Yeah. It's like, So yeah, my main thing is I just don't want to give up creating because of the pressures of society, the pressures of the economy. Like, you know, it is scary when you feel like you can't pay your rent or eat. I've been in so many situations in my life where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my apartment. I don't know where to live. I've sofa hopped. I've been in and out of so many different homes and places, and it sucks. But that's my main thing. I just don't, especially for my granddad as well, I don't want to give up the creativity. So I don't want to put a pressure on myself. I used to do this. Like in 1 year's time or in 5 years' time, I want to be in this show or be a lead role in a film.
Yeah.
I don't want to like try and put time pressure on anything. The main thing is to keep creating, and surely if you keep creating, something's going to stick and something's going to do well, and then the others will all do well after. It's like a snowball
law
effect.
of attraction.
100%.
Yes.
So that's my...
So from what you're saying, I see you in 10 years just being happy. And then,
this is the main thing.
And creatively fulfilled. Although I would encourage you, and that's going to be Candyfloss, don't give into the fast version, don't even attract it in your brain.
Exactly. But even so, like, even if I'm not rich or like I don't have a nice massive apartment or something, as long as I'm still creating, I don't really care where I live, as long as I can afford to be warm.
I think we're going to redefine
you know
what rich is, and people who have time.
Exactly.
People.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different commodity. And
This
if AI
is it.
will take over certain jobs,
Oh,
maybe we'll be in a society which we will not have to work as much in the jobs we don't like, hopefully.
Yeah. And it doesn't replace the jobs that we do like art and creativity.
I don't think it's possible to replace that, because it can replace this on a certain level. I don't believe acting, maybe up to a certain level. Script writing, definitely up to a certain level.
Yeah.
But I've been to the theater 2 days ago. I watched the Les Liaisons Dangereuses.
Oh, okay,
It's at National Theatre with Aidan Turner now.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful show. And you know what was the most interesting thing about this show? Not what they act, how they listen.
Yeah.
AI can't do this because it's not
amazing.
possible to replace that. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I would like to think.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
I have to
Shall
be.
we give some Candyfloss at the end to that cafe we went to once?
What is the cafe called?
My friend runs it actually, and she's Polish as well.
Shout
so
out.
It's called New Ground. It's in Clapham, and it has a beautiful Pilates studio and it has lovely food.
It has a Pilates studio.
Yeah,
there
next
as well.
door. So I
Okay,
used to
and
go
it's
there.
linked.
It's like the same kind of on just next.
There you go.
Yeah. So
And where is it again?
In Clapham, Abbeville Village.
Everybody, go to this cafe. What's the matcha drink that you really like?
A mindful latte is not the matcha, but mindful latte is a
Mindful
beautiful
latte.
And food is very, very nice.
Bellissima. There you go.
Bellissima.
We
Si,
shall
si,
go.
si.
We need to go again.
Yes,
we will
please.
go again. So thank you so much, Izabela. To end, because you're an actress, our final game. So I love reading. So today's book is Love Letters of Great Men.
Oh.
Men, take note, be romantic. Even if it's an email or a text, you can still be romantic.
You can be romantic.
So, Isabella, pick a number between 1 and 5. Pressure.
4.
4. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 143.
1 and 143. 29.
29. So, Isabella, you pick number 4. So now, I would like you to read, you can either read that or read the actual letter. Maybe read the actual letter.
All right.
I would like you to read this love letter of great men in the style of a bedtime story.
Oh. All right. To Sophie, I cannot leave this place without saying a few words to you. So, my pet, you expect a good deal from me. Your happiness, your life, even depend, you say, upon my ever loving you. Never fear, my dear Sophie, that will endure, and you shall live and be happy. I have never committed a crime yet, and I am not going to begin. I am wholly yours. You are everything to me. We will sustain each other in all the ills of life, and it may please fate to inflict upon us. You will soothe my troubles, I will comfort you in yours. Would that I could always see you as you have been lately? As for myself, you must confess that I am just as I was on the first day you saw me. This is no merit of my own, but I owe it in justice to myself to tell you so. It is one effect of good qualities to be felt more vividly from day to day. Be assured of my... Shall I leave the whole thing?
That's fine. Well done. It was the blanket stroke for me. I don't know if you could see, but she was stroking the... What a lovely bedtime story.
Well,
so you've read many bed stories.
Well, yeah, no, sadly I was asked to imagine one, so that was always, it was always about the dog who came into the forest.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on, Izabela. No, we're keeping it. Keep it in. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show. Make sure you follow us on Gift of the Gab with Gab on Instagram. We're going to be making a TikTok. And yeah, let us know some of your answers on the social media. We're going to be posting some of the questions that came up today and you can answer yourself. And make sure you join us every single Sunday with a new guest. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Gift of the Gab, it's changing pitch. I can't listen to this.